Here we go. What's up, everybody? This is Marlon Saunders bringing you the very first Marlon Saunders show. See how creative I was with that name? I tossed around a whole bunch of names, and I landed on the Marlon Saunders show. It's our first one. It's getting ready to get ridiculous up in here. The face of radio is about to change. What's the point? Listen, on Saturday mornings, we coming together. We're going to have a good time. Get your coffee ready. Get your bacon ready. Get your eggs off the skillet. Get your sausage warm. Whatever you need to do. Sit down on the couch. Pull your car over. Sit down with your smartphone, your tablet, whatever, and let's just talk for an hour from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's a studio full of folks in here this morning. They're going to talk in a minute. But I want to welcome you all to our show. Who am I? I'm glad you asked. I heard you asking. I actually pastor Valencia Christian Center. Yes, I actually pastor a church. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Valencia Christian Center right here in the Santa Clarita Valley. But you know what? They done gave me a radio show. They done it now. And so here we are having some fun. I'm going to introduce you to some people in a minute. But I want to let you know, I don't care about your religious background, your economic, your social background. We are coming together on Saturday mornings. I like to say it's not a black thing, it's not a white thing, it's not a brown thing. It's a Jesus thing. So on Saturday mornings, let your guard down, kick your shoes off, let your hair down, take your hair off, whatever you need to do, and let's just roll for 1 hour only. Y'all ready to make it do what it do? The first thing I want to do, I'm so excited to have just one of the most awesome people I've ever met. I started thinking about who could co-host the show with me, and a lot of names, a lot of faces came across my plate, and I settled in on one person. I'm like, there's one person I know can help me do what I need to do. I want y'all to please meet, put your hands together. Now, we got people in the studio now, so y'all can literally put y'all's hands together. Put your hands together for the one, the only, Malika Blessing.
Thank you so much for having me here, Pastor. You got me blushing up in the radio station, child.
I wish y'all could see her. She got her hair all nice. It's all whipped. I'm loving that.
Yeah,
got
whipped.
The new cut
I don't
going.
got my eyelashes though.
That's all right. They can't see you anyway. But you're doing your thing.
Thank you, Pastor.
So now, okay, everybody, needs to know who you are and what you do. She's like a phenomenal actress. There was a play that we brought to town called Martin Duty Calls. Oh, wait. Before I say that, guess what, y'all? So the other day, I had dinner with Martin Luther King III. Had dinner with him. And I'm sitting there, and it's a trip because he's going, my daddy this and my daddy that. And I'm going, your daddy was Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, that's like, so I wanted to ask him, how does it feel for your dad to be, I don't know, probably one of the greatest people that ever lived? Those are some big shoes to fill. And so to sit there and to talk to him and to get some inside, conversation on his mom and his dad, I was blown away. But I thought about you, Malika. I thought about the play because she does a phenomenal job kicking it off, playing Rosa Parks, and just doing a lot of stuff in that play, even behind the scenes. I know you're working on something now, so let's just get it out there now. Tell us what you're doing right now.
Okay, well, right now I have a show that just opened up yesterday.
Oh, it's fresh hot off the press.
It's in Burbank, California, at the Victory Theater, called All That Glitters Ain't Gold.
Ooh.
And it's a comedy by Ty French, and it's literally, we opened last night, and it literally was off the chain. Like, people were like holding their stomachs in laughter.
What?
Yeah, so that's something that's at the Victory Theater in Burbank, California. We have a show tonight at 8, and we have one also tomorrow at 5 o'clock. But, of course, I'm doing behind the scenes on that. But I am an actress first. Acting is my first love. And so I have a show that's coming up, Don B. Welch Productions, Theater, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, where I'll be playing the character of PJ.
Nice.
So you guys got to come out and check your girl out, and that's you can go to Brown Paper Tickets, and the show is called Love Buddies.
Wow, you doing some good stuff. I back in the heyday, I thought I wanted to be an actor, and then I realized I'm not that good. So
no, you're good.
I remember in 9th grade, I was in a play. I can't remember the name of it, but I knew the moment I started saying somebody else's lines that I probably was not gonna make it in this business. So I said, I'm just gonna play drums and then preach, and so that's it. I have to say, say again, thank you for being here. You guys go check that play out in Burbank, right?
Burbank's tonight, and tonight and Sunday, and then in Los Angeles, across from Roscoe Chicken and Waffle Theater, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You go to Brown Paper Tickets. Love Buddies.
Now,
John B. Welch.
For those of you guys who do not live in California, we have listeners all over the country right now. D.C., Chicago, Atlanta, Durham, Charlotte, Dallas, Phoenix, Detroit. I'm just thinking of all the people that told me they were tuning in today. Savannah. Did I say Boston already?
No,
we got a lot of people. In fact, y'all, I want y'all to call in and tell us where you're listening from. Call in and tell us where you're listening from. Before I go any further, I have to say thank you to KHTS. Thank you to Carl and Jerry, who own and run this station, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you to all of the family here at KHTS for welcoming me in and just letting me do what I do. And these are my new brothers and sisters, and they have really embraced me and loved on me and considered me family here. So I want to say thank you. I also want to say thank you to my Valencia Christian Center family for sticking with me and standing behind me and being just as crazy as I am. Go Pastor, do your thing. You better do that thing. In the Pentecostal church, just look it up. I can't explain what that word means to you right now. But in predominantly the African American Pentecostal church, we talk back in our churches. Now, what we try to do at VCC is, as it's affectionately known, we try to bring all cultures together. So it really is a multicultural church. It's a trip trying to cross those boundaries and those barriers. And what people from other cultures are discovering is that it's okay to talk in church, because growing up, I actually went to, different churches and some were of other cultures, and I discovered they weren't allowed to talk. They could whisper, but they couldn't talk. And so the pastor would say something really deep and really good, like, God does not call the qualified, he qualifies the called. And, other cultures would be like, that's good what pastor said. Did you write that down? Write that down, what he just said. That was that's a good lesson this morning. He's doing a good lesson. Well, now, the way I grew up, you let the pastor know right then and there in the moment. You didn't wait till church was over to tell him he's doing a good job. So the way I grew up, the pastor would say, God does not call the qualified, he qualifies the called. And you better say that. You talking now. You preach. So when people come to VCC, it's a mixture of all the cultures. So now when I announced the radio show, some people clapped, some people nodded their head yes. Some people said, they wrote it down in their calendar to remind themselves to tune in. And some said, now that's what I'm talking about. and so anyway, I want to thank the VCC family for tuning in. Of course, I have to thank my personal family, my wife, Tamara. I have to thank her for letting me just do what I do and be who I am. And I preached a message last Sunday called Just Be You. And, she lets me be me. And I know sometimes it drives her up the wall. She's like, okay, as long as it's bringing some bread. And so I want to thank her. And then my kids, Mason, Sydney, and Maxwell, and they're all listening. And, Sydney is just as, a little twisted as I am. And so she gets it. I'm going to bring her on the show one day. And so I want to just thank everybody. And then, of course, the Santa Clarita Valley and just everybody. Thank y'all. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I'm getting ready to be on Instagram. And anyway, I'll tell you how to connect with me and let's stay hooked up outside of this. But I want to say thank you to everybody. And thank you to Malika.
Absolutely.
So
I'm here.
I think we should probably bring our special guest on right now. We have some special guests in the room, and one of the things I wanted to do today was kick it off right. And when I thought about the first guest to bring on to the show, the only people I thought about was our young adults at VCC. They are some of the best people you will ever meet. Now, they crowding up this room today. It's a little hot. We in here sweating. And some of them, they're going to have to get their hair done again when we leave here. And so, but I thank them for being in here. I want y'all to make some noise for who we call affectionately, they're the young adults. So they're 21 to, 39? 18 to 39? First of all, it needs to be 18 to 29, right? Okay, because some of them sitting over there got gray, and I'm wondering what's really going on. They sneaking in anyway. I want y'all to make some noise. We call them the A2J. It stands for Addicted to Jesus. Make some noise for the A2J. All right, let's start in the corner to my left. When we come back, I guess, and we'll introduce everybody. We gotta go. I'm having fun. It's already time for a break. We're gonna go to a break.
What you said, 18 to 29?
It should be 18 to 29.
I guess I can.
You know, we're gonna put some ushers over there tomorrow. We're gonna put some ushers and check IDs at the 11 a.m. service. If you want to sit in the A to J section, we checking IDs. If you going bald, we gonna check your ID. If you got gray, we checking ID. If you falling asleep in church, we checking ID.
Yeah, they looking strong.
You know, it's something they not. I'm looking over there on Sundays, and I'm going. There ain't nothing young about what you need to. Yeah, some of them I'm like, you need to move over. You need to move to the section over there where the grown folks, the mature, the seasoned group. We gonna call this the seasoned section.
The seasoned.
Yeah, that's what we're calling it. That's what we're calling it. The seasoned section. All right, y'all. We gotta pay some bills. We'll be back in a minute. Yeah, you gotta love that Aretha, boy. Let me tell you, I'm not your average pastor. Maybe when I get older, I'll be a lot, deeper and a lot more settled in. But right now, I'm still young. I'm only 39. So, really? And so, I still get a little mad. I was watching this video the other day, and this pastor was praying for people on the altar. And one of the people he was praying for, I guess he's possessed with a demon or something, but he hit him in the mouth. And the pastor started bleeding, and he just went right on and just kept praying for other people. I said, well, I'm not there yet. That's not me. I'm going to tell you right now. We have an altar call at our church, and you come down and you hit me in the mouth. Oh, church is done. Right. It's done. Band, we good. Y'all can go home, because what we're not going to do is hit folks in the mouth and think it's okay. I got kids, and my kids are in school, and I know it's not right, but I don't want my kids to go to school and people talking about, hey, heard your daddy got hit in the mouth yesterday on the altar and he was bleeding and kept praying for people. No, I'm not saying it's right, but I just don't want that rumor out there. I'd rather the rumor be, I heard your daddy got hit in the mouth on the altar and then turned around and beat the brakes off of this person. Turned around and stomped him. It's not right. I'm not saying it's right, but it's an easier story to apologize for.
And it sounds better.
It sounds better because I'd rather come up next Sunday and say, now you guys, what you saw last Sunday, I apologize. I should not have been chunking them like that on the altar. And I should not have kept swinging and stomping and just stomping and stomping. And even when they tried to pull me off, I went back for more, and I should not have done that. I apologize. I am sorry. But at least the people in the congregation know, don't play with pastor. Because what I don't want to happen is any other of you demons get bright ideas that it's okay to slap pastors on Sunday morning. And so I don't want anybody from the congregation to go, oh, we can punch him in the mouth and he can bleed and he'll keep going. I'm going to do it next Sunday. No, because see what happens is you start getting arrogant, and while I'm preaching, your little spirit starts going, you know what? I'm going to pop you in the mouth when I come down there today. So I want to shut all that down right about now. So let me just tell y'all, I'm not the pop you in the mouth pastor. I tell them at our church all the time, I am a pastor. I'm saved. I love the Lord. Right. I'm going to heaven, but I ain't no punk. So don't try me. Don't test me. Okay, now that we got that out the way.
My pastor is gangster for Jesus.
Man.
Whoa.
My thing is, because sometimes people think they can treat pastors any kind of way.
That's true.
And what I'm not going to, I got kids. And I don't want to get back in the car and my kids talking about, you okay, daddy? You need some more ice for your lip? You all right?
Ice for
and
the
then
lip.
people, my kids go to school and, the bully is bullying them. And they say, I'm going to tell my dad. And the kid goes, that's okay. I'm going to tell my dad. He going to pop your dad in the mouth like that other dude did. And no, I want my kids to be able to go to school and people go, don't mess with his kid because his dad is a little, to the left. And so that's all. I was just watching the video.
Gangster for Jesus.
Yeah, I was watching the video and it just, I'm not there yet. Now, maybe when I get a little older, I'm only 39. When I turn 50, maybe you can push me. I don't know you ever be able to pop me in the mouth, but maybe you can push me. Maybe you can yank my arm a little bit or something like that. But at 39, I wish you would. Yeah. So, all right.
And see.
I didn't give out the call-in number. Then we're going to get to the A2J. That's addicted to Jesus. The call-in number, y'all, area code 661-298-KHTS. 661-298-KHTS. Now, I realize some of us are slow, and it takes you forever to find those letters on your phone. Did he say K? Where's the K? Okay, so let me just give you a better number. 661-298-5487. Is that a little easier for you? 661-298-5487. Y'all can call in. We could talk about whatever. Call in. Let me just give you a warning. Just like we got a pickup button, we got a hang up button. So don't call in with no foolishness.
Right.
If you call in talking about, I don't understand why you ruining my Saturday. Oh, okay, we're going to hang you right on up. Because what you're not going to do is go off on me with an option. Like, right. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. I don't have to keep the phone in my ear. Anyway, so A to J is in the house. I want y'all to go around and introduce yourselves, and then, then we're going to dialogue a little bit. Let's start right there.
Hi, I'm Deja.
I'm Janae.
Hi, I'm Zania.
Hi, I'm Shanae.
Hi, I'm Ebony.
Hi, I'm Cicero.
Cicero. We got one guy that showed up today. I don't know where Kenny is, but wherever you are, come on. You know what I've always wanted to know? It's funny, like I pastor the church, so I should know these answers already. But what I really want to know, how did y'all come up with the name A to J? Where did that come from?
Honestly, this is Janae speaking. Me and Cicero,
Right,
and my mom were sitting on the bed, and we were thinking, like, what would be a catchy name for like the young adults?
Bed.
Not like that. We were brainstorming, Pastor.
Okay.
Sitting on the bed.
Y'all got no couch?
Hey, we was sitting on the bed, and we was like, so what would be a good name for the young adults? And I was just like, I don't know. Let's look it up on Google. What? And I was like, let's Google this stuff.
Okay, why was you answering the question?
Right.
Huh?
yeah, the baby was answering the question.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. They said, what should we call it? He said, I don't know. So I'm saying, well, why are you talking? Why are you answering the question if you don't know what? So go ahead. No, finish what you were saying. You looked it up on Google.
Well, we started just all three of us just started thinking of good young adult names, and we Googled it, and we couldn't find anything on Google, so we just started looking it up. We started from the Bible and everything, and Janae actually came up with the name. She was like, how about we got to be addicted to something.
That's right.
And I was like, yeah, we addicted to something. And Janae was like, we addicted to Jesus.
What?
And I was like, that's the A2J. And then we all was like, well, that's the A2J crew.
Yeah.
Wow. And you guys,
you
guys, is it, let me know if this phrase fits right here. You guys get turned up.
Yeah.
Is that appropriate?
But for Jesus.
For Jesus, right. Thank you. But for Jesus, thank you. I like
turn
that.
Up for Jesus party.
Right. Was I there?
Yeah.
Was I turned? For Jesus. Okay. See, here's the thing.
He was turned eating the muffin.
Like we all love the Lord. Y'all gotta understand. We love God. We just don't think you ought to be boring and love God. Am I right?
Right.
When I was growing up, people in church, I grew up in the hardcore apostolic, denomination, as they used to call it. And people in church, man, they were just so tired and boring and mean on top of that. And they would look like they were sucking on lemons. And so when I was growing up, I used to go, how come the people who love Jesus are boring, while the people who don't are like partying and laughing and having a good time and smiling? And I said, something is wrong with that. If I am like redeemed, if I am free, if I am saved, if I am all those things, I should be happier than anybody else. And so I began to change my mindset and go, you know what? I need to smile, I need to be happy, and I need to really show the joy of the Lord. The one thing I want to do, and we're getting ready to go to break in a minute, when we come back, piggybacking on what I just said, I want to talk about what's the draw to a lot of churches, a lot of nonprofits, a lot of organizations have young adult groups. So to have a young adult group is not new and it's not exclusive to VCC. But what's the draw? Why are we so bomb? Why are we so off the chain? We'll talk about it when we come back, but I really, really want to know that. What'd you say? Because what? Wow. Wow.
When we come back.
Wow. Get your Christian answer together.
Right. We turn it up.
Yeah, get your
Turn
Christian
it up.
answer. There's a Christian answer we want to give the people. as
We turn it up for Jesus.
Right. And then and Malika, I'm sorry, I keep like talking over you and everything. So
Oh, it's good. Hey, I'm here.
well,
so it's good.
Whenever you want to chime in, just put your hand over my mic and be
Yeah.
like, you know what? I got something to say. I didn't drive this far for you to just be doing all the talking.
Now, hey, I'm here and I'm having fun. I'm having a good time, and we turn it up. Turn it up for Jesus. And you gangster for Jesus. So.
We a
Well,
thug
it's
disciple.
We're going to make some people mad with that right there.
Right.
They already mad at me anyway, but so it ain't really nothing new. But let me tell y'all, I love this church, man, and I love y'all. I really did not know, I promise you, I did not know you could have this much fun in church. I thought, because I always thought, well, I'm not going to be ready for God until I get too tired to drop it, like, you know, so I'm not going to be, I'm not ready. I used to always think, I'm not ready to live for God like that yet. And then I discovered, man, I can be me, have a good time, and still like live right and be saved, but still enjoy life.
Right.
So that's what it's all about. It's all about that. So anyway, we're going to a break. We'll be back in a minute. A2J.
Jay.